Number 4A, you've been told in number 4A, these were the marks from 30 trainees. So the marks from 30 trainees, the marks of a subject obtained by 30 trainees in a class were recorded as follows. Then you'll be told to construct a frequency table. You'll be told to construct a frequency table having a class interval of 5 marks. You construct a frequency table with a class interval of 5 marks. So you've been told interval to take a class interval to be equal to 5 marks, and you'll be told to start at 49 marks, isn't it? Are we together? You'll be told to start at 49 marks. Is that okay? We start at 49 marks, then we must have an interval of 5 marks. So can you start? So from 49 with an interval of 5 marks, it means when you take, this must be discontinuous so that one mark lies in exactly one class, isn't it? If this is 76, it must lie in exactly one class. So the classes must be discontinuous, isn't it? So if you are starting from 49, meaning the other one ended at 48 and this one is starting at 49, an interval of 5, it means it will end at 50, 54, because this one will start at 55, must be discontinuous so that one mark can lie in exactly one class, isn't it? So if you take an average, yes, you get 48.5. Yes. And if you take the average, yes, you get 54.5. Yes. So 54.5 minus 48.5, that is 6. So it means this is 50, 53 to 54, isn't it? Are you seeing the way you're looking for the interval? The class limits, the limit here must be, are you seeing? The average of the class boundaries, isn't it? So average of 48 and 49, you get 48.5. And average of 53 and 54, you get 53.5. So you check the class interval here is 53.5 minus 48.5. That is 5, isn't it? So it means when we are starting at 49 mark, it means it is ending to 53. Are we together? Are we together? So it is not 49 plus 5. The interval is coming from the class limits, not the class boundaries. Is that well understood? Is that well understood? Yes. So let's go to classes. So the first class is starting from 49 and ending at 53. That is an interval of 5 as we demonstrated, isn't it? So the next one is starting at 54 and it's ending at 58. Because 54 plus 4 is 58, you can see is what will give you an interval of 5. This is 58.5, this is 53.5. You get an interval of 5 marks. Is that okay? Good. Go to the next one. If this one ended at 58, this one starts at 59 and it ends at 60. This other one starts at 64 and it ends at 68, isn't it? This one starts at 69 and ends at 70. This one starts at 74 and ends at 78. This one 79 and it ends at 80. This one starts at and it ends at 80. Then this one 89 and it ends at 93. This one 94 and it ends at, there's another one, isn't it? Because you must reach the highest value, which is 100 and you must reach 102, isn't it? You must reach 102. So add that remaining class. Meaning there's one more class left there. So this one ended at 98, it means this starts at 90 and it ends at 103, meaning the highest value, which is 102, is captured, isn't it? So it means that is our last class, isn't it? That is our last class. Are we together there? Then what do? We tally to get the frequency, isn't it? We tally to get the frequency. So you tally that to get the frequency. So start with the first one, 70. You cross, then you go 70 is in this class, isn't it? You tally that, you move to the next one, 74, you cross, 74 is in which class? This class, you tally that, 85 you cross, go to 85 is in this class, you tally that, 62 you cross, you go to 62 in that class, you tally that, then you move to the next one, 74 is in this class, you tally that, isn't it? Move on, 50 is in which class? This, isn't it? You tally that, 98 is in which class? This, isn't it? You tally that, 75 is in which class? This, isn't it? You tally, then 101 is in which class? The last class there. 90 is in which class? This class. You tally to there. Then 62 is in which class? This class. You tally. 64. You tally 76 in this class. You tally to there 77 in this class. So the fifth one forms a band, isn't it? To help with the counting. 77 again in this class. Count it there. 90 in this class. Count it there. 58 in this class. Count it there. 51 in this class. Count it there, 52. In this, count it there, 66 in which class? Between 64 to 68, isn't it? Move on, 100 is between 99 to 103, isn't it? 102, again it's in this class. 60 is between 59 to 63, isn't it? 76 is between 74 to 78, isn't it? 102, between 99 and 103, isn't it? 78, between 74 to 78, isn't it? 53, between 49 to 53, isn't it? Then 100, the fifth one you tally, isn't it? 92, between 89 to 93, isn't it? 78, between 74 to 78, then you count. Here you've counted 4, here you've counted. Here you counted, here you counted, here you counted, here you counted, 9, 5 plus 4, isn't it? Here you counted, 0, here you counted, 1, here you counted, here you counted, here you counted, 5. Are we together? So, you found all the frequencies. Are we together? So here, because you were told to use an interval of 5 marks, so it means whether this one you counted 0, you cannot merge it. The interval must be the same, 5 marks, isn't it? So when it is the same interval, it is just frequency against class limits, isn't it? Frequency against class limits. So which one is our highest frequency? 9, isn't it? Our highest frequency is 9. So we are going to plot F against class limit. So the first class here, the first class limit here is what? 48.5. Class limits, not class boundaries. Are you seeing that? Then the class limit here is 53. Average of 53 and 54, you get the class limit there to be 53.4. Are we together? Yes. Class limits, okay? Yes. So you break the first class. So if you break, you start with the first limit, which is 48.5. Then this other one, 53.5. I can skip that. Then I move to the next one is 58.5. Then I can skip this. I move to the next one is. See, after 58.5, I move to 63.5. 63.5 is this. I've skipped it. I'm marking this. Are you seeing? This one is. Because I have minimal space. Are we together? This one is 60.5. If I skip this, this one becomes 78.5. If I skip this, this one becomes 88.5. If I skip this, this one becomes 98.5. If I skip this, this one becomes 108.5, isn't it? So when I want to plot this class, The frequencies, the highest frequency is 9. So this one, something you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can make them 9, isn't it? I can make them 9. So I can capture another one here so that they are all. There's no need of that. You can use an interval of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, isn't it? Are we together? So you see, from an interval of 48.5 to 53.5, 48.5 starts from here to 53, is having a frequency of what? Meaning when you are at a frequency of 4, you start from here and you end here, isn't it? Meaning the whole of this area is having, the whole of that part is having a frequency of 4. It's starting from 48.5 and ending at 53.5. Are you seeing that? Then you move to the next one, starting from 53.5 and ending at 58.5. That's a frequency of 1. So if you start at a frequency of 1 here, you start at 53.5 and you move up to 58.5. Are you seeing? So that one you've captured that given region. Are we together? The next one starts from 58.5 and ends at 63.5, isn't it? Class limits of that class, isn't it? That is a frequency of 3. So when you have a frequency of 3 in between here, meaning you start at 58.5, you move until you reach 63.5 reach here, isn't it? So it means it is that area. Are we together? The next one, when you have a frequency of 2, you put the ruler under 2, you start at, what are the class limits? From 63.5 to 68 point. So 63.5 starts here and it ends at 68.5. You've captured that region. Are we together? Yes. You move on. When you are at a frequency of 1, you move from 68.5 to 73.5, isn't it? Frequency of 1, you move from here to there, you captured the region, isn't it? Yes. The next, a frequency of 9 is between 10 and 8, isn't it? Between 10 and the midpoint of 10 and 8, isn't it? So when you are at that frequency of 9, what are the class limits? 73.5 to 78.5. So remember 73.5 is just if you move until you reach 78.5 there, isn't it? Are we together? So the whole of that region. Then you move to the next one, a frequency of 0 from here to here, there's 0, isn't it? You move to the next one, a frequency of 1 is the midpoint of 0 and 2. 0 is here, isn't it? Midpoint of 0 and 2, and you start from 83.5 is here to 88.5. That's the end. You capture that, isn't it? Are we together? Move to the next one. So frequency of 3, you put it midpoint of 2 and 4. You start from 88.5, which is here. Then you move up to 93.5. Class limits of that class, isn't it? Then that is the area there. Then you move a frequency of 1. Here we are at 93.5 to 98.5. That, isn't it? You draw that, a frequency of 5. 5 is the midpoint of 6 and 4. Isn't it? There, you start at, what are the class limits here? 98.5 to 102.5, isn't it? So 98.5 is here, you move up to 102.5 is reaching here, isn't it? Then it is that region. So you see, you are plotted the histogram. So you are told to use a class interval of 5 marks, which we've used a class interval of 5 marks to construct a frequency distribution table, isn't it? And from the frequency distribution table, we are able to get the frequencies, isn't it? And from there, we are also able to get the class limits from the class boundaries, isn't it? Are we together? So histogram uses the class limits, not the class boundaries, because this is discontinuous, isn't it? 1 mark must lie in exactly 1 class, isn't it? So if you do that, we found our histogram to be that. Are we together? So go and practice on that.